Hello and welcome to this week's Angel Reading. I'm Rachel Scoltock, Angel Medium, and I'm an author of a recently published new book, which is My Life with Angels, How You Can Heal and Access the Wisdom of the Angels yourself, as well as my own story. The reason I'm giving it a bit of a plug this morning is I've been getting loads of really nice emails and messages from people saying that it's really helped them, and it's helped them to connect to the angels, get loads of signs, and feel more connected and peaceful inside. And so I feel kind of justified in doing some self-promotion because I know this is the purpose that I wrote the book, and I know that my story can help you, and I know that how you can connect to the angels much more easily than you think. So that's for sale on my website and Amazon and Kindle right now. So thanks for sticking by me. We're now going to go into the reading. Now, while I was in the shower this morning, some days when I'm doing this reading, I get a wave of kind of lethargy. And I often have wondered why I feel that way. It's hard getting the camera right, getting the makeup right, how do I look, all that kind of stuff. But it wasn't about that. It's more of a feeling of not wanting to repeat myself and not wanting to give you anything that has no meaning. I'm really conscious of that. I am a big believer in being genuine, in integrity, and aligned with the work that I do. And I'm not here to give in just away anything in order to make me look good and sell more readings or whatever. It's more about, is my message authentic? Is it clear? And am I giving you something that is going to actually help you with your life? Because if I'm not, then I don't want to do this anymore. That's the absolute truth. But I do know there's, spirituality can be seen as something that's woo-woo, nonsense, made up fantasy stuff. And it really isn't, although it can be, because my sort of line is, if it doesn't help you, if you don't feel good when you walk away from a reading, a healing, a book that you've read or whatever, if it hasn't helped you in some way to gain some knowledge or wisdom or help you do something practical in your life, then it is just entertainment. But, there's lots of people that just think it's entertainment full stop, and it really isn't. When spirituality is based in true connection and boosting that side of you, that is, the whole side of you. You've got your human physical side and you've got your spiritual side. And that spiritual side gives you meaning. Otherwise, it's just about going to work and earning the money to pay the bills. And that can become very empty and robotic. And so when you connect to your spirit, you connect to the higher purpose of life, and you connect to the meaning of your life. And it helps you with the practical, physical, the finances, the love life, the family relationships. It gives depth and meaning to those things and helps you through it. And that's why I work with angels, because angels are wise teachers and protectors. They're our guides. And so they can actually see the way through a problem because they're looking at it from a higher perspective, and they know what your path is. They know you, your personality. So the angels help us when we're stuck. They help us to manifest what it is that we need. Not because they're just kind of blindly serving us, but because they know that peaceful people that are fulfilled and happy and peaceful, are not violent, they're not greedy, they're not selfish, they're compassionate and loving. And a world full of compassionate, loving people is a compassionate, loving world, right? So onwards. While I was in the shower, I was given the image of the rose quartz. Now, this has been coming to me in dreams recently. And look, I do dream about crystals sometimes, but it's been repeatedly in the last few weeks since this August began, and all of the eclipses and all the other things that have been going on that have really been affecting us intensely. Now, they've been affecting us physically, emotionally, spiritually, psychically, mentally, in all ways. So yes, they can affect you. And look, if there's anything going on, you need to go and see your healthcare practitioner. But you need to also understand that you are a whole being. And so things that are changing inside of you will have an effect, a kind of a ripple effect throughout your whole life. Now, the rose quartz it's a very solid stone. It's a very beautiful stone, and it's the stone of love. It's the stone of unconditional love. So anytime that you need to open your heart, anytime that you need balancing, that you need peace, you need to recover from a heartache, a heartbreak, a loss, then rose quartz is a beautiful stone to work with, and it really wants to work with you at this time. So the reason that I was being given rose quartz is not just for myself, where God knows I need a little bit of healing too, but also it's for you. It's for you because I'm a healer and I reach a lot of people through these videos and my other work. So if you can, go out and get yourself some rose quartz, or get a photo off the internet, or, take a screenshot of this one. And just imagine the rose quartz coming into your body, radiating this beautiful pink light, and particularly focusing on your heart. And just for the next few moments, I want you to take some deep breaths. Maybe even close your eyes and visualize this beautiful pink energy coming into your energy field. And as you do so, I want you to imagine that your heart is opening. And as you're opening it, it's letting go of any sort of fear-based protection. So you know when we get our hearts broken, or we feel angry or defensive, we tend to put a cover over our hearts, metaphorically and energetically. So I want you to release that. And just for the next few moments, breathe in this pink light and breathe out anything that you know is holding your heart I'm seeing it like being in a little tight cage. So that until you release it, your true heart light can't shine. And when your heart light shines, you're you, and people see you. They see your, if you have a business, they see what you have for sale. If you're looking for love, they see, people notice you. You step out of the invisibility. And also the angels want you to know that unconditional love, which is what angels are, they come from the divine source of love. Unconditional love. It's not about being a good girl or a bad girl, or a good boy or a bad boy. It's not based on anything. You don't have to do anything in return for that love. That love is there all the time. And it's not necessarily an emotional love. It's not like up and down. It's a very stable, strong love, just like rose quartz is very strong. So this is a good representation of angelic and divine love right now. So over the next week or so, I suggest that you get some rose quartz, or and either put it under your pillow, wear it in your bra, or tape it to your chest with medical tape. Brilliant idea. Sleep with it on your bedside table. Carry some rose quartz around, because the energies that are coming in through the the intense eclipses that we've been having is now unconditional love. And so anything that is not unconditional love, anything that is, holding you down as a person, as a being, is starting to show itself and starting to leave your energy. And so all you really need to know is unconditional love. Like, can you love unconditionally? And that doesn't mean putting up with abuse. It doesn't mean saying yes when you really mean no. That's not what unconditional love is all about. Unconditional love goes both ways, right? But for now, it's about you receiving it. Now, on to the reading. I used the Archangel Michael cards and then the Angel Therapy cards by Doreen Virtue. And the first card that I was given made me smile. Eternal love. Look how Archangel Michael is holding the woman in the picture. So thinking about unconditional and eternal love, this card is asking you to connect to the angels and to the divine spirit, and to ask for you to be able to see examples of love that are in your life. Now, they don't have to be necessarily from people. It could be from animals. It could be from the sun shining down at you. It could be from recognizing that even though you've been through hard times, that you still have a lot of blessings in your life. So, recognizing the unconditional love, being able to perceive love, because when we've been through hard times, which all of us have, it tends to darken our vision and help us to, instead of seeing with love, we see with the eyes of fear. So it sort of darkens our perspective of the world. And what happens when we darken our perspective of the world is that we then darken our perspective of ourselves. We cannot cast out anything without it actually affecting us as well. So your perspective can't be selective. It's always going to come back on you. So as you shift your perception of the world, you also shift your perception of yourself as well. So this is the healing. This is how healing works. Is that you start to believe in yourself. You start to love yourself again. You start to love your life again. And that's when things can change. The next card that came out is manifestation power. Now the angels are reminding us that the only building blocks that come from the divine, God, are the building blocks of energy are made of love. I mean, creativity has to come from love. It cannot come from fear. So that's why a lot of manifesting doesn't work, because people go into fear about it instead of coming from a place of love. Now, love doesn't have to be soppy, romantic love. It can just be peace, feeling centered, feeling excited about what you're going to manifest instead of manifesting from a place of lack or fear. The power is within you, and that's what all of this that's going on for us is reminding us of. The power is within you. You are not what you think you are. You are so much more. And what I mean by that is that if you imagine many years of being layered of thoughts that you've had about yourself, negative thoughts, I'm not good enough, I don't believe in myself, another disappointment has happened, and then other people start to reflect those beliefs back at you. Or perhaps the belief started when someone reflected their own lack of self-belief on you. So the layers, it creates an illusion around you. So even when you look in the mirror, you're not really seeing who and what you are. You're not seeing the potential. You're not seeing the possibilities. You're looking at the outside world for proof about what you are. And in fact, you've got to change how you feel about yourself in order to see the evidence in the outside world. So we've been looking at it the wrong way. So what this is, this shift that's going on at the moment, the angels are working with you, your higher self is working with you to change that so that you can step into your power and recognize what you're really capable of. It's like there's bits of you that are being unleashed that were never there before. So, well, they were there, but they were hidden and locked up and not able to come out because you were so convinced of the belief that you were not good enough. So this is the shift that's happening at the moment. It's happening on all different levels with different people. People are telling me that they're feeling unmotivated, lethargic, depressed, anxious, fearful, not feeling good about themselves. Well, if you think about that, that's just the uprising of the thing that needs to go. And when something needs to go, usually it kicks up a bit of a stink, doesn't it? So when it usually gets worse before it gets better. So this is your opportunity to say, look at all the ways in which I hurt myself. I'm rude to myself. I put myself down. And you can finally see, that's not me. That's not who I really am. That's not the real me. So that's what I wanted to leave you with this week. From my heart to yours, angel blessings and unconditional love. Have a great week ahead, and I shall see you next Monday. Oh, and I'm going to start doing some webinars about the angels, which will be up on my website, and I'll be publicising on Facebook very soon, and even a Facebook Live. So I'll talk to you soon. Bye.